Yeah, I actually want to use this
Valuable.
opportunity. Yes, yes, very valuable. And I kind of want to use this opportunity with data to explain a story that maybe some of the gamers in our audience might relate to. And what I want to talk about is the idea with gaming and microtransactions. So I feel like this is basically data and used for more nefarious reasons. So if you talk to any gamer now, like any of the kind of big blockbuster games, what you'll actually find is compared to, say, for example, 80s and 90s, the the classic era of your games such as like Doom or any of the arcade games. You pay a quarter, you pay a buck or something, and then you get a chance to play the entire game. You had, at least if you had that CD-ROM, if you had that $1 that you could put into the arcade machine, you had access to an entire game.
Mm,
Now, in this data world, um, microtransactions with games is what you're actually given is maybe quarter of a product or maybe half of a product.
mm,
But what's actually happened in these games, especially if they're online games when you're versing other people, is you're given the base amount of equipment. Let's say that it's a shooting game where you're given the base equipment, in terms of guns and all of that. But what ends up happening is it turns into a game theory scenario where for the convenience, you can buy this pack that gives you better equipment, or you could buy this pack that gets better equipment. And because your opposition or people on the other team have better things than you, better guns, and you want to play the game properly. So, what would have originally cost you $20 suddenly is $1 here, $10 here, $10
mm.
here, and I'm assuming that these games must have data of people's spending habits, but
Yeah.
it ends up what might have cost you about, 40 or so dollars. You've probably never realized that you've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars
Mm,
because, um, the other team member has better stuff than me, then maybe get I should buy this extra thing for a couple of dollars, and it's a bit of
mm.
a snowball effect.
Yes.
That this sort of data and these microtransactions are
Mm,
basically used against the consumer to exploit
mm.
them.